After 1,000 years of peace, the alien war begins, but humanity knows their face. 1. The shattered peace. For 1,000 years, humanity had known only stillness. No wars. No hunger. No fear. The Concord of Worlds stretched from Mercury's golden cities to the ice palaces of Neptune. Ships carried explorers and artists, not soldiers. Weapons were museum relics. Children learned of war as a strange myth, like dragons or gods. Then came the night the stars screamed. The colony of Arcadia Prime, orbiting Saturn, was the first to fall. One moment it shimmered beneath the rings, the next, its light vanished, consumed by fire. Millions gone in an instant. The distress call lasted 6 seconds. A woman's voice, shaking with disbelief. They look like us. 2. The council convenes. Admiral Era Solis never believed her title would mean battle. The rank was ceremonial, like most things military in the age of peace. But the crimson summons to the World Council changed everything. She stood in the Hall of Unity, surrounded by leaders who had never seen blood. Chancellor Mahi spoke first, his voice breaking. The images from Arcadia show human faces in enemy ships. That's impossible. Era's grey eyes were cold. Not impossible. Just forgotten. She tapped a console, projecting an old star map. Before the Concord, before the Great Peace, our ancestors sent out 12 deep space colony arcs. 11 were accounted for. 1 was not. The hologram highlighted a name, Arc Horizon. It vanished beyond mapped space. Its course was toward the Perseus Veil. No transmissions ever returned. The Chancellor frowned. You think these attackers are? I think, Era said, our lost children came home. 3. The voice in the dark. 3 days later, the sky itself spoke. Every screen, every broadcast, every communication beam across the solar system cut out, replaced by a single image, a man. He stood tall, armored in silver and black, his face unmistakably human. His eyes were the color of mercury, cold, reflective, inhumanly calm. People of the Concord, he said, I am Lord Kalen of the Ascendancy. We are your kin, the descendants of the horizon. For centuries we built a world in the dark while you forgot us. We have returned, not as beggars, but as heirs. He paused, almost gently. You've grown weak under peace. We will make you strong again. The transmission ended. Silence fell over the world. 4. The Awakening. The factories of Mars, once builders of art and architecture, became shipyards again. The quiet blue of Earth's skies filled with the thunder of engines. Ancient defense AIS were reactivated, their processors humming with long-buried knowledge. One of them, Sentinel-9, was assigned to Era's flagship, the Sol Invictus. Admiral Solis, it said in its calm, synthetic voice, estimated probability of human victory, 22.4%. Era smiled thinly. Then it's a fair fight. 5. First Blood. The Ascendancy came swift and silent, a storm of glass and fire. At the edge of Jupiter's orbit, the Sol Invictus led the defense fleet. The blackness of space erupted with light as beams cut through void and metal. Evasive pattern Omega, Era shouted. The ship twisted, plasma cannons roaring. Dozens of Ascendancy vessels shattered under the barrage, but for every one that fell, 2 more appeared, moving in eerie synchronization. Sentinel, she barked. How are they coordinating? Unknown. Fleet telemetry indicates unified decision-making across all ships. Possible shared consciousness network. Era gritted her teeth. They fight as one mind. Then we'll fight with one heart. The human fleet scattered, breaking formation unpredictable, chaotic, defying logic. And for the first time, the Ascendancy hesitated. But the victory was brief. A blinding flare tore through the Sol Invictus's flank, throwing Era to the deck. "Admiral," her lieutenant cried. Through the flames and smoke, a single massive ship emerged, the Eminence, Kalen's flagship. "Admiral Solis," his voice echoed across comms, smooth and cold, "your defiance honors you. But it will not save you." 6. The Mirror's Edge. "Why attack us?" Era demanded. "We share the same blood." Kalen's hologram appeared before her, shimmering like frost. "Blood means nothing if it breeds weakness," he said. "You built peace. We built perfection. You slaughtered millions. To wake you from complacency." Era's fury burned through her fear. "You talk about evolution, but all I see is arrogance." For the first time, Kalen's face softened, almost human. "You speak like my ancestor, Captain Elias Varin." He led the horizon into the void. He believed peace could follow strength. But the universe had other lessons to teach. "You mean he survived?" "He founded us." He leaned closer, his silver eyes glinting. "You are his descendants too. His failure runs in your veins." Then the image vanished. 7. The Last Stand. The war burned for months. Earth's moon became a fortress. Mars turned red again, not from dust, but from flame. Era's fleet was down to half strength when Kalen's armada surrounded them above Venus. "Admiral," Sentinel warned, "our core is unstable. One hit will breach the reactor. Then one hit is all we'll need." Era's gaze hardened. "Target the Eminence. All power to the main cannon. Firing will annihilate both ships." She smiled faintly. "Then we'll go together." The weapon charged, light flooding the bridge. But before she gave the order, a voice broke through the static Kalen's. "Era, listen to me. Stop. You'll destroy us all," she shouted. "I didn't come to destroy humanity," he said. "I came to remind it. We lived in hell for 1,000 years so you could forget what we endured. You made peace a cage. We broke free." Era hesitated, torn between rage and something she couldn't name. "You want peace?" she asked. "Then prove you still deserve to be called human." For a long moment, neither spoke. Then Kalen whispered, "Perhaps it's time we both remembered." The ascendancy ships powered down. One by one, their lights dimmed, drifting silent in orbit. The war ended not with victory, but with surrender on both sides. 8. The Reckoning. Weeks later, the Concord convened on Luna. Kalen stood before them, unarmed, guarded but unbowed. "We are your reflection," he said. "You abandoned strength. We abandoned mercy. Both paths were wrong." Chancellor Mahee studied him carefully. "And what do you propose now?" Kalen looked to Era. "To begin again. Together." The chamber was silent for a long time. Then, quietly, Era said, "Let's rebuild something neither of us can destroy." 9. The Legacy. 100 years later, children in the academies of Mars read of the War of the Mirror. They learned how humanity met its reflection and did not look away. The Concord Ascendancy Alliance now stretched across new stars. Ships carried diplomats instead of soldiers, explorers instead of conquerors. Yet every year, on the day Arcadia Prime fell, the worlds dimmed their lights in remembrance. And on the bridge of the Sol Invictus too, Admiral Era Solis's granddaughter would look out at the stars and whisper the ancient words of her grandmother. "Peace isn't what you inherit. It's what you choose every time you face yourself."